much time does it take to build a following? You used examples at the beginning. You mentioned a bunch of attorneys who are getting millions of views, right? Sometimes it's very sexy for me to stand here and say, hey, so and so is our client and he's running a $10 million firm. But then behind the scenes, yeah, 20 years went into them getting to $10 million. And we didn't actually have anything to do with the success of that, right? Like, it's great to have these samples of attorneys who are killing it because it's possible. But for somebody who's following a strategy, they have the team behind it and start putting content out, what's the time frame that it takes? Minimum, maximum, range? What should the expectation be that we're going to make this investment and it's going to take some time for it to get the momentum and to build on itself, and we shouldn't expect the phone to be ringing from the content we're putting out there for a while.
You'd be surprised. I mean, I literally have clients all the time. When they start working with me, I have to reassure them that they will be on TikTok. They normally are kicking and screaming and crying into their beer, going, no chance. I'm not going to be singing and dancing. I'm a respectable attorney. But within about 3 posts, when they've got 200,000 views, and they're normally used to 200, if you're lucky, then they're like, okay, all right, all right, all right, let's go. What do I need to do to get 1 million views now? Now I'm hooked. So it's that natural momentum that happens when you see one post that suddenly was the outlier. If you're used to 200 or 300 people seeing your post and suddenly you're into the 5,000s or 500,000s, it becomes very, very attractive. And the more you do, the more you work out what is the most successful for you in terms of lead generation, in terms of, visibility, in terms of interaction. And ultimately, the key to everything on social media is engagement. Because if you don't get the engagement, you're not going to get the reach, you're not going to get the visibility. Because as far as the algorithms are concerned, if you're that person that's just shucking all kind of posts like 10 times a day, and it's all about me, it's boring, it's bland, it's generic, you're not going to get any success whatsoever at all, because the algorithms are like, okay, how many people liked this? How many people commented on it? How many people shared this? If they show it to 200 people and none of those 200 people who are already your fans actually engaged with it, then objectively speaking, that's a garbage piece of content. So they're going to actually close it down and limit the damage you're causing the newsfeed. Whereas if you're thinking seriously about doing this properly and you put up some really smart, kind of really well thought through kind of content, you're going to be hitting 10,000, 50,000 on a daily, or even if you want to start like doing 2 or 3 times a week, if it's well thought through and you're really hitting the vibe of your values, of your sense of humor, or your charisma, whatever your kind of strong point is, then that's the stuff that is going to get the engagement, because that's what you need. And even we've got some clients, for example, who are very strong Democrats. And they have learned that the more they kind of poke the Trump kind of supporters, the more they get a big reaction. And then that helps with the visibility of their posts. So now they learn to love their haters even more, because they're actually helping to grow their business.